friends, it's me, Rhea Peterson. Welcome back to my channel. Today we have all things Halloween. I put together a little marathon of all of my favorite Halloween videos that I did last year and put them all together for your enjoyment to help you get in the mood for the spooky season. I have lots of Halloween decor, DIYs, treats, and then of course some cleaning and organizing. I hope that you are doing well. Stay tuned. I have all new content coming out very soon. I am so excited for this 2024 Halloween season, and I can't wait to share with you what I have coming. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out. Let me know down in the comments if you are a Halloween decorator. I am so excited. Let's get started. Welcome back to my channel. It is time to decorate for Halloween, and my kids requested spooky this year, so I'm going to be writing the line of spooky and cute in my house and hope that my kids like it. They helped pick out a lot of the pieces that we are using this year, and I'm really excited to see it all come together. So I'm going to keep getting the rest of the decorations out and show you what we're working with. Okay, so I have a mishmash of things. I've got things from Amazon, like these fun little meditating skulls and the beads and LED candles. I got a new table runner that will go really well with the centerpiece that I have envisioned, and I also got a skeleton unicorn. There is all of the IKEA haul that I showed a few videos back. It's finally time to use it. I'm so excited. And then I did get some stuff from Target and Home Goods. I got this little bag of skulls that I'm going to use in my centerpiece, and this spooky phone, and one other cloche that I forgot to bring out, but I'll show you. And then these things from Home Goods. My kids especially enjoyed Home Goods picking out things, and they were so excited to see it all come together. But I did get a cloche from Target that I will show you here in a second, but we are going to start off with the table and get that centerpiece done. I have been so excited. I had this vision in my head, and I really love how it turned out. For my centerpieces, I try to keep them really minimal. We move them whenever we have a meal, and we roll the table runner up, so it needed to be something that could be moved but also just kind of fun. I am very minimal. I like things kind of subtle. I don't go really heavy on the decor, but when I was a kid, my mom always had skulls like year round. There was a skull somewhere, and they were always named Douglas, and so it's really nice to have the skulls this year because we don't normally do a lot of spooky things, and I was pretty stoked when my kids said that they wanted to do spooky because I knew that there would be some skulls involved. So I thought, what better than to use this little bag of skull heads that I got at Target in the centerpiece, and it, I think, turned out really nice. I'm really happy with how the kitchen nook turned out. I am really tempted to get some of those floating candles, kind of like the Harry Potter ones, to hang up in there. And there's still some time before Halloween, so I might do it, but I'm not sure. If you've had them, let me know what you think of them. Are they worth it? Are they really fiddly? I'm curious, but they do look really, really cool. But now I am working on the entryway. I just swapped out the blanket for an orange one and used one of the IKEA pillows. And then I'm keeping the table really, really basic on the top. That's where we put our big bowl of candy for Halloween. So I wanted to make sure that there was space for that. We get tons of trick-or-treaters in our neighborhood. So I just swapped out the lamp and added in the spooky phone and kept it really, really simple. But the one thing I was most excited about was these adhesive bats that I got, and I'll show you them in a second. They were so fun. Of course, we can't forget Alice's skeleton unicorn. I got it at the grocery store, but it was so cool. She did put a pink bow on it like the next day that it's still there, and it's adorable. I might get some glitter glue and paint it. But these are the bats that I'm talking about. They're nothing new. They've been popular for a while now. I just hadn't tried them yet, but I got mine on Amazon and it came with a ton of them, and they were so easy. It just came with this little adhesive that you put on the back of it and stick them on the wall, and they were easy to adjust, and I still have a ton left, so I might put some upstairs, like in the playroom for my kids. But this was the big hit. My kids and my husband thought that these were really, really cool, and I love them. I am planning on taking down the green wreath on the mudroom door, and I'm tempted to make something else for Halloween. I made a bunch of crafts a while back, and I'm kind of still feeling the craft bug, so I might make a wreath for the door. But otherwise, this is the entryway with all of the Halloween decorations. I love how it turned out. The bats were so fun, and my family really loved it.
Doesn't matter that you're with someone else. In a way, that's how it's supposed to be. If I'm unable to make you happy, then it's for the better that you are.
Well, now I am going to get my kitchen all decorated. I'm going to just put some candles in the cloche with a little bit of a spider web to make it cool, and then just put a few Halloween touches throughout the kitchen.
I write so much better than I speak, and I need to tell you, you were my best friend till the end. I hope I'll be happy without you, but right now I don't know what to do. It's hard to get over. You chose someone else, a new best friend. It doesn't feel like it was long ago. We were head over heels in love, thought it'd last forever, but somehow we got lost. Looking back, I didn't realize what was wrong with me. I can't deny I took you for granted. Had enough. That's why I wrote you a letter, 'cause you see, I write so much better than I speak, and I need to tell you, you were my best friend till the end. I hope I'll be happy without you, but right now I don't know hard to get over. You chose someone else, a new best friend.
Out that little ghost cookie jar, and it's so cute. I keep the remotes for all of the LED candles in it. But it's finally time to use the IKEA ghost blanket. I had to jump through hoops to get this when I was there, but they were so nice and I managed to get my hands on it and I love it. It's adorable. I love cute Halloween, and so any little touch that's got these cute ghosts on it are probably some of my favorite parts of it. But I am loving the blanket. I love these pillows that we also got at IKEA, and they go really well with the 2 pillows that I got for my autumn decor change, and it was really fun to do. But I'm going to make new stuff to put on the basket that I keep on my ottoman. I found this cool skull jar at Home Goods, and I thought it would look really cool with like some black, it's not greenery, like black plants. I don't know. It's a black eucalyptus. I got it on Amazon. I will link it. But I thought this turned out really cool. The spider webs gave it like this cool smoky effect. And I love how the basket turned out. This one was a really easy change with the skull, and then I just swapped out the green candle for a cool black one, and that was it. But I love it. My son Callum was the one that kept requesting all of the skulls, and he thought that that was so cool. But one of our favorite things were these meditating skeletons. I do yoga. I love it. We do a lot of like deep breathing and meditation in our house. But this one was just a really fun one, and it was just 110% me to get something like this. I did find the black bird that I bought at Goodwill ages ago after the fact and added that in there, but it looks really, really cool and I'm happy with it. These are some clay ghosts that I made. They turned out so cute. I have one in the kitchen and then the other 2 sit on the piano, and you just put a tea light under it. They were so easy to make, and it was just a fun little addition and a little bit more of the cute that I like mixed in with the spooky. Well, I'm not gonna lie, it was hard to take apart my fall mantle, but I did cheat and swap out the green eucalyptus for a black one. This one, it's not like all pure black. It does have some hints of green, but I loved how the fall mantle turned out so much that I just cheated and got this black eucalyptus to go with the other decor that we were going to put there. I made some really fun cheesecloth ghosts in a video. I think it was the last video that I posted, and I knew that they were going to go on the mantle, and so I figured that they would replace the candlesticks really, really well, and I could keep my mantle almost the same but give it more of a spooky vibe. I am so happy with how everything turned out. My kids were really excited with all of the spooky. Halloween only has gotten better every year now that my kids get more and more excited every year and request different types of decorations. And it was so fun to go for a spooky vibe. I'm really looking forward to doing more upstairs for my kids in their bedrooms, and I am going to share that with you. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel so that you don't miss a video. Thank you so much for being here. I so appreciate it, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hello everyone, it's Rhea Peterson. Welcome back to my channel. I hope that you are ready for a cozy evening of cleaning up and doing some fun DIYs. I've got some Halloween crafts that I want to do. Every once in a while I get the bug to do something, and I was feeling ghosts this time. So I am going to show you the 3 crafts that I made, and I'm also going to be tidying up my home for the evening and spending some time with my husband. If you are new here, I'm so glad you are here. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel for more fun videos, and let's get started. So we are in the wind down time of the day. I am cleaning up dinner. My kids are helping, getting ready to go upstairs and do their bedtime routine with their dad. I am always very happy when I do a crock pot meal because there's very minimal cleanup. I had found some frozen soup in the freezer from a while ago that needed to be used, and so I cooked that up and made some bread, and we are just enjoying the evening as we clean up, having fun, and trying to also keep things calm. I don't know about you, but there's something about bedtime that flips a switch with my kids, and they almost get more crazy even though they are exhausted from the day. Connor was doing double duty. He was getting the kids through their routine and also helping me. He is going to take the compost bowl out to the yard waste bin while I finish up getting the dishwasher loaded and washing the dishes. I love making sure that my kitchen is tidy before I go to bed. It is not an every night thing, but I know that I always am so much happier when I come down in the morning to a clean kitchen, so I do try to prioritize it as much as I can with my crazy family and our schedule. One thing with my crock pot is I always end up having to soak it a bit, and this Dawn Power Wash has been a lifesaver. So while that soaked, I dried the dishes that I had already washed, and now it is all ready to scrub, and it was so much easier to get all of the kind of burnt on bits that come on around the edges when I use my crock pot. This crock pot lid actually broke, and I have since replaced the whole crock pot, but this one especially ran really warm, so I would always end up with kind of burnt on bits around the edges. The food was always really good, but it did get like exceptionally warm. So the Dawn Power Wash did a really good job of getting it all clean. But now that the dishes are all done, I am going to scrub out the sink. I'm using the pink stuff tonight. I do really love using this stuff, and I'm using my Scrub Daddy to scrub everything out, and then I'll wash it again with a little bit of soap to get any leftover residue, and then do my favorite thing, which is a few drops of essential oils in the garbage disposal to keep my sink smelling so fresh.
Oh, I wanna be with you. Oh, I wanna be with you. Let me be that someone who can hold your hand. I don't even know if you're Didn't think I'd make it without you by my side. Let me feel your love again. Just the two of us, and we could stay up all night, kissing under streetlights, doing what we want to, doing what we need to do, staying up all night. Everything is alright. Oh, I wanna be with you. Oh, I wanna be with you. Let me be that someone who can hold your hand. I don't even know.
Well, now that all of the dishes are washed and put away, we only have a few more things to do before we get to the crafting. I don't know if you're here for the crafting or for the cleaning or both, but I am so glad that you are here. And I just thought I would take a second to reintroduce myself. My name is Rhea Peterson, and I have been married to my husband Connor for about 14 years, and we have 3 kids, 2 boys and a girl, ages 10, 7, and 3, although she will be 4 in about a week from making this video. And we also have a dog named Harley. She's a black lab and she is 11. She's getting pretty old, but I am obsessed with her, and she usually makes cameos in nearly every video that I make. I am a certified personal trainer. I have an NASM certification. I love teaching group fitness classes, and I love talking nutrition. And meal prep videos are one of the many videos that I do upload on a pretty regular basis. I love talking food, health, and just ways to work in movement to your day, and just kind of being a healthy mom. We can get really, really busy with life, and our health seems to always end up kind of being set aside. So I do try to work in ways to stay healthy and energized and motivated to take care of myself so that I can be present for my kids. And I enjoy sharing that with all of you. So thank you so much again for being here. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe. But we are almost done cleaning up. We're just going to tidy up the floors and the living room, and then we can get started with those spooky crafts.
Hey, I heard you got a new best friend. Yeah, it hurts a bit, I won't pretend that it doesn't matter that you're with someone else. In a way, that's how it's supposed to be. If I'm unable to make you happy, then it's for the better that you are not with me. That's why I wrote you a letter, 'cause you see, I write so much better than I speak. And I need to tell you, you were my best friend till the end. I hope I'll be happy without you, but right now I don't know what to do. It's hard to get over, you chose someone else, a new best friend. Doesn't feel like it was long ago. We were head over heels in love, thought it'd last forever, but somehow we got lost.
Now that everything is cleaned up, it is time to craft. And I do want to preface that I am no master crafter by any means, but I do enjoy making things, and I figure if I can do it, anybody can do it. So we are starting off with these cheesecloth Halloween ghosts. The second I saw them, I thought, gosh, those would be really cool on my mantle, and they did not disappoint. It's minimal supplies. You just need liquid starch, some pipe cleaners, and cheesecloth, and then a jar for whatever size ghost you want to make. It's kind of a hodgepodge. I had a flower vase and 2 mason jars, and I made it work with what I had. Oh, and balloons to make the head. So this one came together really quickly. There's a little bit of trial and error with it, especially with the first one, and I should have done one of the smaller ones first, but the first one did work out. You just take your pipe cleaner, you stick it on the top to kind of make the arms, and the arms will hold up the cheesecloth to kind of give it a little bit of shape. And the tutorial that I followed, she actually made this really adorable banner for her little ghost to hold. It was so cute. But once you get like your little skeleton or body shaped, you then get your cheesecloth. I tested mine first to see roughly how much I would need, and I did make mine a little bit thinner. You can double it up, you can make it as thick or as thin as you want, although the thinner you go, the more precarious it is, like it won't stand up as easily. But I figured out roughly the size and length of cheesecloth that I needed, got that all measured out and cut, and then moved on to the liquid starch. Okay, so now we are with the liquid starch, and I did my big one first, and the only thing that I did wrong, I think I squeezed out too much of the starch. The other two I didn't squeeze out as much, and they are much more solid, but the bigger one, I over squeezed it. It was my first one, and I wasn't sure about how much I needed to leave in there, but it does still stand up, and it does look really, really cute. But it was really easy. The only thing that I would suggest is if you have sensitive skin, maybe wear some gloves. I have sensitive skin and my hands were kind of itchy when I finished, so wear some gloves. But once you form it, it's really easy to kind of shift around and move around, and then you just let it dry overnight, and they turned out so cute. I'll show you at the end how they turned out again. But now we're doing the clay tea light ghosts. This one especially would be a really fun one to do with my kids. I have ADHD, so crafts and things I usually try to troubleshoot a little bit before I do with them, because I kind of get frazzled or I'll miss a step and I kind of need quiet to concentrate. But this one my kids would love, and they were so excited when they saw them when they came down. And I did make sure I had enough clay so that we could do it together. Like all the supplies, I bought enough for us to make. But I just grabbed some jars of different sizes. My husband got one of his sockets from his tools to make the smaller one, but you just roll the clay out, you lay it over. I probably should have made them a little bit shorter, but then I just used a metal straw for the eyes and the mouth, and that's it. Just 3 different sizes, so cute. They took a little bit to dry, but they turned out great. And then finally, the garland. I am not done with this yet. I'm making 2, one for my boys' room and then one for Alice. I started with Alice's room, but this one is a really nice one to do. Like I'm sitting with Connor, we're watching a show, hanging out, and just kind of doing it mindlessly. So you take your cardboard to the size of the tassel you want. Mine's 4 inches, and then you wrap the yarn. I did it about 45 times around, secure it under all of the string. I had to make my cardboard a little bit shorter. It was getting too hard to wrap it around. But once I wrapped it around the 45 times, again, I just trimmed it. I'm going to secure it under all the other yarn, and then you take a piece of string, cut probably like 3 to 4 inches to put across the top. This one, I've done it 2 different ways now. When I was making it initially, I did not knot it at the top. I just crisscrossed it. And then tightened it once I'd pulled all of the strings off. So if you watch, I hold it with one hand, I trim the other side of the string to make the tassel bottom, and then I secure it all the way nice and tight. Once you do that, you flip it in. The knot should be on the inside. I left it on the top for some reason. But then you take another piece of string, wrap it around the top. You can make the head as big or as little as you want. Make that nice and tight, and that is the body of your little ghost. And while I was doing this, Connor was making little felt eyes for it. I am going to go back and maybe make them a little bit smaller, but he is working on the eyes while I make the garland. So I just have some twine, a big needle, and then I'm using these wood beads to go in between because I thought it would look really cute. and I got all of my supplies at Michael's, but I will link all of the same stuff on Amazon for you in the description box, along with all of the tutorials that I had found for these crafts so that you can learn from the experts. But once I strung those up, I just super glued the little felt eyes on. Again, I'm going to make them smaller. They ended up just a little bit big, but we weren't sure yet what we were feeling. So it was a really easy thing to just snip them off with some tiny scissors after the fact. But that is it. So I'm going to get these eyes glued on and I'll show you the garland, and then I will show you how everything turned out. Okay, well, here are our two completely finished crafts of the night. I just put some little flickering LED tea lights under these little ghosts, and then for the cheesecloth ghosts, I put some bigger LED candles with some felt eyes, and they turned out so good. I hope that you try out these crafts. Let me know in the comments if you try them, what you think, what are your favorite things that you have made for Halloween. Let me know. But otherwise, that is all that I have for you. Thank you again so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Again, make sure you're subscribed to the channel for more videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello everyone, it's me, Rhea Peterson. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you like birthday cake. Miss Alice is turning 4, and she very specifically asked for a sprinkle rainbow unicorn cake, and I'm going to do my best to give the girl what she wants. She has been so excited for her birthday, especially the birthday cake. She's been talking about her birthday cake since her last birthday, so it is very exciting to get this cake going for her, and I could not share it with you. So I'm going to share with you the Alice birthday cake, and then I just have a few other things to do around the house, cleaning up my kids' rooms and their playroom, and then I have a few more fun Halloween decorations that I want to put up for them as well. So I'm so glad you're here. I'm excited to share all this with you, and let's get started. So I had made the cakes the night before, and they are still in the fridge. I wanted them to have plenty of time to be cool to ice for Alice's birthday. And now I'm working on the buttercream. I have not bought frosting in years and years. I just always make it. Buttercream is so easy. It's really hard to mess up, especially when you do just the regular American buttercream with butter and sugar, milk, and whatever flavoring you want. So we are currently making our frosting. This is Alice's very favorite part of the baking process, and she will take many taste tests to make sure that it turns out good. So we are going to get our frosting all mixed up so that I can get a crumb coat on the cake and then get it back into the fridge, and then we are going to work on our rainbow coloring. But as this goes, I'm going to get all of this done, take a break, and go clean something, and then come back to it. So if you know me personally, you know that I watch baking shows a lot. It's kind of just how I relax, blow off steam. I've watched cooking shows since I was a kid. My parents both worked full-time at a hospital, and so I had a lot of time on my hands, and I basically was raised by the Food Network. So I love cooking and baking. That doesn't mean that it's always successes. And if you look at these cakes, they're pretty thin. I don't know what happened. I think I left some things a little too cold before I put them in, but that happens. Sometimes it doesn't turn out perfect, but Alice didn't care. She was just excited to have cake, and these still turned out tasting delicious. They were just a little thinner, and I could very easily say, I meant to do that, but I'm a terrible liar, so this was an accident, and I did not want to remake them. And again, Alice didn't care. She was just excited to have cake. So we're just going to go with it and let it be part of the experience. But like I said, she really wanted a sprinkle rainbow cake. So we have sprinkles in the batter. It's a funfetti cake. And then sprinkles on the frosting, because why not? So we are layering it all up. I'm going pretty heavy on the buttercream in the middle. And then I'm going to do a thin layer on the outside, that crumb coat, and put it back in the fridge. Let it chill while I go switch over the laundry. And then we're going to come back and we are going to make our rainbow colors.
Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever, forever, forever. I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking. With you everything was complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up. When I dance around, I can't help but feeling I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever?
Well, I've been doing pretty well at getting the laundry washed and changed over and taking care of it. And at this point, I don't know if maybe I should brag about it, but I've got quite the streak of washing all of the laundry and not folding it. So I'm just going to keep that going for a while, pretend like the clean laundry doesn't exist, and then move back downstairs to finish doing Alice's cake. We are going to do rainbow colors. I'm using gel ones. They're Wilton. I bought these a while ago. The gel ones last forever, which is amazing. But we picked out our rainbow colors. We just followed the good Roy G. Biv and grabbed all the colors that way. We were going for nice light colors, kind of a pastel action. And so we're just going to do a little bit in each bowl, get each color ready for our rainbow. Alice was very excited to watch the frostings change color, and I love how excited she gets when it comes to this stuff.
Forever, forever.
So to make my rainbow frosting, I took all of the colors, and as you can see, I put them into like sandwich bags, and then I'm taking saran wrap and I'm going to put lines of each color, roll it up, and then as you pipe it, it will swirl to make that pretty rainbow. It's really, really easy, and with the saran wrap, it helps make it so that your piping bag doesn't get crazy messy. My piping bags leave a little bit to be desired. It came in a set, like it's really handy, but they're a little small. I'd like to get something a little bigger for stuff like this, but this worked out great. Look, if you look at it, the little tail just comes out the top, you pull it through, snip it with some scissors, and then you ice your cake.
Don't wanna be shy. I will let my guard down. I wanna laugh out loud. Talk a little deeper, kiss a little harder. Bar with neon lights, talked about everything that was on our mind. Talking to you gave me butterflies. Then you took my hand, said let's leave now. Don't wanna be shy. I will let my guard.
Well, I'm certainly no artist. I know the theory behind the cake decorating, but I do not have the practice. So this turned out, A lot of the times I say with me, you get what you get, and this is what you're getting from me. And it still turned out really fun, and Alice loved it. I didn't have as much frosting as I needed, but I didn't want to make more, and Alice was already excited about what was there. So I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit before we put the rest of the unicorn parts on and clean up the kitchen. This was a really fun cake to make, but it did use a lot of my bowls, so I need to get the dishwasher going, tidy up the kitchen, and then I'm going to move upstairs and get the rooms tidied up there. I'm really excited to put out the Halloween decorations that I have. I've got some really soft blankets to put on my kids' beds, and they are going to love it.
Laugh out loud. Don't wanna be shy. I will let my guard down. I wanna laugh out loud. Talk a little deeper, kiss a little harder. I wanna laugh out loud. Talk a little deeper, kiss a little harder. Love a little louder. 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 We're on a journey, looking back on the things that we've taken for granted, but feels like we're learning to be better without what's been holding us back now. Let's move closer to a new history, find out what we can be together. Take my hand and we will conquer the world. This is our final chance. 'Cause one day we'll be looking back at this. We were in a big mess together. But we found a way to choose right from wrong. We found the strength to go on together. To go on together. Yeah. To go on together. To go on together. Moonlight and fire.
So Alice is definitely one to try to continue to taste the frosting. I wanted to cover the cake, but my lid didn't fit and I didn't want to ruin it. So I'm just going to set it back there, keep a really good eye on Alice, and hope that she doesn't stick her fingers in it. I always take the Lazy Susan that I use in my spice cabinet whenever I make cakes. I've considered just getting a cake specific Lazy Susan, but then I just have this unused Lazy Susan sitting around my house. So I always just take the one out of my spice cabinet. And I've said Lazy Susan a couple of times, but it occurs to me that some people call them turntables. And now I'm curious, do you call it a Lazy Susan or do you call it a turntable? Let me know in the comments what you call it. Or do you call it something else? I'm very curious.
To go on together.
Well, now we are up in the bonus room. The kitchen is all clean. I especially love days like crock pot days. I don't know if you noticed the crock pot on the counter, but I can clean the kitchen and it will stay pretty much clean for the rest of the day because I don't have to make dinner. I love crock pot meals. I do have a crock pot meal video coming out soon. I'm still working on editing it, but I love the crock pot, especially this time of year. But we finally took down the epic couch fort that was in here. This playroom was a mess for like a solid week. And so I am just finally getting it vacuumed after all of the shenanigans. And then I'm going to put up a couple of Halloween decorations. It's stuff that like some of my older things that are just the regulars in the house. And I'm excited to put them up here because it's the cute stuff. And I've said before, I really like cute Halloween. My kids wanted spooky this year. And so downstairs is mostly spooky, but I am going to put the cute stuff up here. Alice was really, really excited about these eyeballs. My mother-in-law sent these to me. They're just little eyeball decals you can stick on the window, and I just get a little wet paper towel or washcloth, stick them on, and it just makes it so fun. So a few years ago, I did a craft night at a friend's house. I've talked about her before. She has the best outdoor decorations. I swear you could see her house from space. It's always amazing, but she also has really cute stuff in her house. And we made these blocks and it was so fun. And I've been able to maintain these. I've had to fix the bat wings a little bit each year, but these have so far survived. I like the idea of crafting and baking and things, but sometimes my execution lacks a little bit of finesse. So I was very thrilled that these turned out. It's always touch and go for me. Look how cute that is. That's a pumpkin. There's a pumpkin, a bat, a vampire, and a Frankenstein, and a ghost. These were so fun to make. It was so easy, and I love them. I think they're adorable.
Now I really get what the love songs are talking about. And I just wanna tell her how I feel, scream it out loud. Have you ever been in love? Have you ever lost your head? Have you felt like you were out of breath when you saw her in that dress? When your heart is beating fast and you're sweating and you can't stop looking at her smile, then you've been in love. That's how you know you've been in love. Something about the way she laughs and the way she always dances.
Well, if you saw my IKEA Halloween haul, you saw that I got basically every cover that they had for their pillows. I have a bunch of these Boo and skeleton ones because they only had 2 covers, but they were so fun. So I added what I had left upstairs in the playroom, and now I'm putting up this adorable ghost garland. Last year it was downstairs on the fireplace mantle, but I thought it would be fun to put on this blank wall up here. I have a lot of blank walls. I just haven't been able to decide on things, but it has been nice to have the blank walls for things like this because I can put a decoration on it. So I guess I could just say that I leave my walls blank for seasonal reasons, but it's not. It's just I'm really indecisive. They were really minimal and simple touches, but they were really, really fun to put up. Every year, the week before Christmas break with my kids, I will put a new Christmas decoration out. And my kids, it's always fun because they'll come home expecting it and they get really excited. And I find that I've been kind of drawn to that for Halloween this year, and so I'm probably not done. I'm probably going to put up a few more things. I still have a bunch of those bats left over from downstairs, so I'm going to work those in somewhere, I think. But now I am off to the kids' bedrooms. I'm just fixing their beds, vacuuming, and then adding just a few little Halloween touches.
Have you ever lost your head? Have you felt like you were out of breath when you saw her in that dress. When your heart is beating fast and you're sweating and you can't stop looking at her smile.
Well, the kids were home, but while they were having their snack downstairs, I wanted to very quickly get their stuff on their bed so I could surprise them. Those blankets I got at Target, Alice actually picked that out. She was very excited about the ghost blanket. And then I have more IKEA covers. The kids all wanted skeletons, so I put those in their room. And it's just really, really fun. And Alice absolutely loved it. She sleeps with that blanket every night now. But now I'm in the boys' room. I'm going to do something very similar once I tidy things up. But I do have a fun little garland that I want to hang in here too that I got that I didn't end up using downstairs, but it ended up being perfect for upstairs in the boys' room.
Give me love, give me all your love, oh, 'cause I want you. No one else makes me feel this way, don't know what you do. Hold my hand, could you hold my hand, look me in the eyes. You and me, yeah, that's all I need, and I'll be alright. I'll be right here, I swear that I'll stay here with you. Hold me closer, I wanna stay here with you. All that we have is each other now. I promise I won't leave your side. Be who you are and you'll be enough. If you're giving me your love, giving me your love. All that we have is each other now. Promise you won't leave my side. I hope who I am is enough for you. If I'm giving you my love, giving you my love, love. Tell me what you wanna do, I'll do anything.
Again, just very simple touches, but I love doing things like this for my kids. They always get so excited, and that just brings me such joy. But now we're finishing the cake. I just found a free printable online, and I cut out these little eyes, and it had a little horn and ears that I stuck on toothpicks, and that is what's making our unicorn. It turned out adorable, and it was nice to not have to bother with fondant or anything. And I love how the cake turned out, and most importantly, Alice loved it. But that is all that I have for you. We're going to sing happy birthday to Alice and enjoy her day. But I'm so glad you were here. I appreciate your time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Promise I won't leave your side. I hope who I am is enough for you. If I'm
Hello everyone, it's me, Rhea Peterson. Welcome back to my channel. Today is like a post-weekend reset. It is Monday for me, and we had a fun-filled weekend, but I want to get things in order in my house. I just finished filming a part of one of my crock pot meal videos, and I need to get my kitchen cleaned up after that. And I've got to wipe down surfaces, you know, all the things that you need to get done after a long weekend. But the biggest thing on my list that I want to do is my spice cabinet. Especially after filming this video, I really need to organize it, and I have been kind of planning it. I have the supplies, and today is the day. That is number one on my list. And then I just have a couple other things. I have a couple fun Halloween things to add for my kids, and like a little treat for them that I want to make today as well. So that is it. We're gonna clean up the kitchen first, and then we are going to make my spice cabinet the spice cabinet of my dreams. I do want to acknowledge I have 2 crock pots going. I was making dinner for a friend and I still had my old one, so I took advantage of it. It is a pot roast. Turned out really, really good. But I figured instead of using the Instant Pot, might as well just cook them both the same. And it was really, really good. But I am just getting everything wiped down. I am a big clean up as I go person, so thankfully I did not have a ton to clean up after I made everything, but just the surfaces all have stuff all over it. So I'm just wiping everything down with my thieves cleaner, and then I will worry about the floors after I do the spice cabinet. I'm so excited for that spice cabinet. This is Rhea from the future and it turned out really good. I am really, really happy with it. Things are so much easier to find and it's just less cluttered for sure. And I'm excited to show it to you. I have been collecting the stuff for the spice cabinet, but just kind of putting it off, and finally reached my limit. So that is happening. So excited. But if you are cleaning with me, good job. You can do it. Let me know in the comments what your plans are, what your goals are for the day. How are you doing? Do you need to be cheered on? How are things going? Let me know. I love to hear from you.
Loving me was all you tried when you were around. I've been told too many times now. Yeah, loving me was all you tried when you were around. I've been told too many times now. But somewhere I'll go and hide, looking for a new start. Yeah, somewhere I'll go and hide, looking for a new start, for a new start.
Well, Target had some Halloween hand towels and I could not resist. They were $5 for 2 and I got 2 different sets, but they were so fun. The white one I might regret, but they were really cute. My kids were really excited when they got home. I've been trying to put something fun out every couple of days to surprise them, and the hand towels and some other things I'll show you were the plan for today. But now it's time for the spice cabinet. These are the jars. This set was really affordable. It comes with a little like silicone funnel, which is really, really handy for putting the spices in. There's the little lids. Some of my spices, I like having those. Other ones I don't. It came with a pen for the labels and then the cleaning brush. These labels were great. I didn't run into any issues with not having one that I needed, but I can see how some might be missing for others. So they did come with blank ones that you could fill out. And then these are the jars. I wanted to get ones that would hold enough, but I have a lot of spices, so I needed enough so I could fit everything in. So ideally a little bigger would be better for me, but this worked to make sure I had everybody in the cabinet. But I just got everybody in the sink to soak and get washed, and then I'm going to show you everything else that I got. Okay, so in addition to our little bottles, I got a couple other things. Some obvious things. I have a riser, but it's kind of wonky and wobbly. So I ordered these. It came in a 2-pack. I measured before I ordered them. So I got some risers, and then I got a 2-tier turntable. It's mostly level. I did put it together myself, and that it could very much be user error when it's a little lopsided. I am going to have some kind of niche spices. Like I get a lot of the Trader Joe's spices that I don't necessarily want to put in a different bottle, or that like they're gonna change. I'm not gonna be able to have the same thing. I don't want to label it. So I got this to keep all of those on, and then some of like the bulk spices, like the Montreal seasoning for steaks, or things like that. I got these big guys. They're glass on the bottom. I know you can get like little silicone things to go on. I think these ones specifically, so I might order them just in case because I don't want to shatter them. These didn't come with labels, but the ones for the little guys came with like extra blank ones, so I'm just going to use those and write on them and label it that way. But I needed a couple of those for those bigger bulk spices. I've got the turntable and the tiers. So now the big thing is to just pull everything out and stick it in the smaller bottles, which will be kind of tedious, but it's gonna be worth it.
We're doing this in our way. We come alive in the nighttime. There's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive.
The spice cabinet is something that I've wanted to do for a really long time. I had made an attempt a couple of years ago. This was really flimsy. Things would tip over on it, but I have more spices in my pantry that I wanted to get in here. So I'm just going to clear the shelves, wipe everything down, fill the jars, and get everything put back in, and it's gonna look so great.
Deep connection lights a spark. You already know me when we dance in the dark. We're dreamers. We're living. We're dreamers. We're doing this in our way. We come alive in the nighttime. There's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes.
I told you I had a lot of Trader Joe's spices. They always come out with really fun ones, and I can't resist. And they're all really handy, especially on popcorn. But I am filling, this is my very first jar that I'm filling, and this is garlic powder. It's probably one of my most frequented ones that I'm going to actually start buying in bulk. So it's nice to have these reusable jars. I actually considered saving a bunch of the Simply Organic ones, but it would have been a long time before I had enough for everything. But once I filled this, I put the label on, and then what I did was I'm going to take a piece of painter's tape, just the blue painter's tape, and line it up, and then I'm going to use my thumbnail to run along the lid to make a template so that I can use it on the rest of the jars, so the lid or the label is roughly in the same spot. It's not going to be perfect, but at first glance it all looks like it lines up. Just don't stare at them too long.
Like that look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. Oh, 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 we come alive. Yeah, we come alive. Oh, 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 we come alive. We come alive. You're slipping away through my fingers. I'm on display, show my inner. Now I'm searching for something new. My heart is burning for someone like you. I'm not gonna be the last one. I'm not gonna lose control. You just
So I have all my
need
new spices in their jars. This was tedious, but it's done now. So I'm going to put them in. I've decided to do them in the same order I had them. I was very tempted to do it alphabetical, but that doesn't make sense for me because I'm going to put the most juice spices in the front. That is the smarter thing to do. So I'm going to get all of these in here, kind of mess around with how everything is placed a little bit, but then I'm done. It feels so good.
for someone like you. I'm not gonna be the last one. I'm not gonna lose control. You just need to be the right one, and I can deal with this. No.
So as someone with ADHD, this I knew was either going to be something that I was going to really enjoy doing, or it was something that I was going to have to work to stick with. And it was, I mean, it was hard. It was hard to stick with, but it was really worth it. I just kept thinking of the end result and kind of reminding myself of how annoyed I was with the cabinet. But if you're somebody that has a hard time finishing projects, I totally get it. With my hyperfixation, sometimes projects, it's no problem. Other times it is really hard to finish, and I can completely sympathize with you for that. This was worth it though. I'm glad that I kept with it, and I'm really happy with the result. I'm just finishing up. I put the teas in a bin. I've got my food coloring and birthday candles, but once I got into it and got going, it didn't take very long, and the end result was so worth it.
We share a cigarette out on your mama's porch. Just do not let her know, 'cause she'll get furious.
Well, I think it looks really, really good. Connor also was very impressed with how it turned out. It was funny though. He did ask me if it was in alphabetical order, and I had to explain to him why it wasn't. It did make sense to him, but it's funny that our brains both went to that initially. But now I'm getting the living room just tidied up. Thankfully, it wasn't too bad down here. A lot of the play has been upstairs the last few days, so I just wanted to tidy up down here, and then I am going to move on to some of my other fun little Halloween things that I want to do for my kids.
Right now we're just 17. 17.
Don't need to deep clean my bathroom. Mercifully, none of the bathrooms needed a deep clean. My kids, I believe, had pulled chore sticks to cover the worst of it, like the toilet, but I do want to keep the surfaces wiped down, and I did want to just kind of clean up the bathroom because I went to Target, and in their dollar spot they had these adorable little like gel clings or decals, whatever you like to call them, and I just thought they would look really, really good. And it would be really fun to put them on the mirrors in the bathrooms. So I am doing this skeleton and ghosts downstairs to kind of fit with the spooky vibe. And then upstairs I'm going to put the other ones because I have kind of the cuter Halloween things upstairs. I thought this was a really affordable and fun thing to surprise my kids with. And it was just fun knowing that the boys were going to come home from school and see this up and be really excited about it. Alice is going to join me soon to come help me put these up. She loved it.
But right now we're just 17. Even if you tried, you wouldn't understand it. Maybe something's missing inside of you. Just a bit of sugar to that horrid bitter. Maybe you taste different. Hold up, baby. I can sit beside you while you're going on about your simple life. Nothing left you thinking that maybe you're not different.
Once we were done, Alice insisted that her squishy cat right there needed to be with the pumpkins. But this was a really fun one. It was really affordable, and the boys were really excited when they got home, and Alice is still talking about helping put on the pumpkins. It's so cute. And now I'm in the playroom. We had company over the day before, so a lot of this mess was just from the kids dumping out about toys, and we just didn't bother because it was a school night. And so I am getting most of that tidied up while also trying to convince Alice to help me. She is actively playing with some of her toys, but this is all stuff that she didn't dump it out. She wasn't interested in. So I'm working on that. I do acknowledge I just hit Harley with the giant Grogu squashmallow, and you notice she did not care. I didn't throw it very hard, and she's funny. She doesn't care about a lot of things. I once sorted the laundry and she laid down in the spot I normally sort it while I was actively sorting it. So I just kept sorting it, waiting for her to move, and she didn't. So I managed to sort all of the laundry while Harley was in there, and she was basically just buried under all of the laundry. She's hilarious. I adore her. She goes wherever I go, and she's just happy to exist with us. Like a delicious and fun treat, Halloween themed for my kids before they get home from school. Well, Alice is here, but she's gonna help, I'm sure. So I'm just gonna do some fun Oreos. I have a package of double stuff, and I have these. These are leftover actually from last year, but they're fine. Yeah, they're fine. And some white chips, and then they're so cute. There's like little monster eyes and bones and things in there.
Are the Halloween sprinkles?
Yeah. So I'm just gonna melt the chocolates, dip the Oreos, use the white chocolate to like leave like a cool like mummy kind of drizzle, and then put some fun sprinkles on it. Such a quick and easy thing to do. If I didn't have these Meltums, I would just use like dark chocolate chips or even semi-sweets just to make it fun. Or you could just dip it in this alone, but it's gonna be fun.
Mommy,
and I'm really excited. Once everything was melted, what I tried first was doing the jar method to dip the Oreos in. The Meltums end up thicker than I'd remembered them being, so this one worked kind of, but it wasn't great, especially with the double stuff. The cookie part was trying to fall off, so I put it back in the bowl to finish them, but they still turned out good. And we decided to dip some in the white chocolate. Alice enjoyed this so much. Once that was done, we made a drizzle and put them on. I just kind of did each of them a little bit differently, and then we're going to put the fun sprinkles on. This was a really fun one to do with Alice. Really easy. This did not take long at all, and it hardens really fast. And my kids were so excited when they got home. And you know what? These were delicious. I didn't think I would like them. I don't normally like stuff like this, but these were really good. Everything's done. All I have left to do is swap the laundry. I need to start a load of towels and then get everything sorted. I'm not gonna fold laundry yet. Connor and I are going to have a laundry folding date tonight, which just means we're gonna fold laundry together while we watch TV. But hey, gotta keep the romance alive. So at least I don't have to fold the laundry now, but I do need to wash some towels. But I'm almost done getting my house back in order.
We fall apart, piece by piece.
just to talk about my laundry system a little bit, I have a basket for each person in the house. The kids are all assigned a color. I sort all of the clothes into the baskets, and then if the stars align and everything is perfect in the world, I will fold the clothes. Since that's an impossible thing, I very rarely fold the laundry. We do folding parties with the kids. I will encourage them to fold their clothes, so it does happen sporadically. I do fold the laundry, but not every round. It's just my least favorite thing to do, and as long as it is sorted and people can find what they need, I don't stress about it. It's not the end of the world. So I've got all of that sorted. All I want to do is vacuum the stairs, and then I am done for the day. I hope it's going well for you. Well, my friends, that is everything. I hope this gave you some motivation. Maybe gave you some ideas on how to organize a spice cabinet or inspired you to eat an Oreo. But that is everything. I am so glad you are here. I really appreciate your time. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Bye.